Ephesians chapter 6, beginning with verse 10. This is the finale of the discourse. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Put on the whole armor of God, so that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For our struggle is not against enemies of blood and flesh, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Take a breath. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, so that you may be able to withstand on the evil day, and having done everything to stand firm. Stand therefore and fasten the belt of truth around your waist, and put on the breastplate of righteousness. As shoes for your feet, put on whatever will make you ready to proclaim the gospel of peace. With all of these, take the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all of the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Pray in the Spirit at all times, in every prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert and always persevere in supplication for all the saints. Pray also for me, so that when I speak, a message may be given to me to make known with boldness the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. Pray that I may declare it boldly as I must speak. Thus ends the reading of the word. I'm sorry, but today will be a very soupy day. So forgive me, but that's what it's going to be. I first heard of this passage of Scripture about 30 years ago. And I heard Ernest Angley preaching. Anybody remember Ernest Angley? Great. Oh, great. He was the guy who used to go up to people and he'd stick his finger in their ear and he'd say, I'm gonna heal you of your deafness. And he'd say, see, baby. I loved Ernest Angley. He had a pompadour haircut. Big hair, really big hair. And when I heard him preach this sermon back in the early 80s, I remember him preaching this sermon. He used to talk about putting on the whole armor of God, and he talked about the shield of faith. And I loved the fact that there were so many syllables in each word that he pronounced. And he talked about the helmet of salvation. And I had this picture in my mind of this incredible soldier. I hadn't read the passage of Scripture yet. I was just a beginner in the Bible. But I used to use him as entertainment for all of the parties at my apartment at seminary. I used to imitate Ernest Angley, and I used to imitate Jimmy Swaggart. That was my mode of entertainment at all the parties. People always got to think, oh, Amanda, do Ernest Angley for us. Or, Amanda, do Jimmy Swaggart for us. But this passage of Scripture, this passage from Ephesians has been preached and preached and preached again by any number of people who conjure up the image of the soldier of Christ. Now, In the time of Ephesians, the depiction of a soldier was of a Roman soldier. When somebody thought about somebody who was dressed in armor, in full-on armor, I need some help passing these out. When somebody saw somebody in full-on armor, they saw this image in their mind's eye. It was something that they witnessed absolutely. They witnessed a soldier. They witnessed a full-on Roman soldier who did have a true breastplate and who did have a full helmet. And that helmet had feathers on it. And it was a metal helmet. And the breastplate was metal. And they had swords. And they didn't have just a little round kind of a shield. They had a big full body shield that they literally would use to box themselves in groups to protect themselves from the flaming arrows of their enemies. So in this description in Ephesians, and I made 100 copies, so everybody should be able to take a look at this. In the description in Ephesians, the people who hear this, who hear what the author of Ephesians is saying, have this image in their mind of what it looks like to be dressed in the armor of God. Now, I have to sit there and I have to look at those things around the legs, the greaves, or what they're called, are pieces of metal, literally, that they wore on their legs, obviously to protect their shins from big swords fighting. The thing that isn't on here is the shoes that they wore. Now, whenever you've seen the movies, those movies of the Roman soldiers, you saw them with, sandals laced up around their ankles, right? But what I bet you didn't know is that they had cleats on their sandals. They had cleats on the bottom of their sandals. They had metal spikes on the bottom of their sandals so that they could stand their ground and fight. Why did they need to stand their ground? Well, because there was like yucky stuff all over the ground in the middle of a battle. You got that? So you need to have, how many of you have ever played with cleats on your shoes? And those cleats help you stick into the ground and keep you grounded and firm. Well, as most of you may know, my mic isn't working. Is it working now? I hit it. As some of you may know, the image of the soldier of Christ in full armor doesn't work for me. The image of those of us who profess Jesus Christ being marching soldiers carrying weapons doesn't work for me. For us to put on Christ is not for us to put on armor like this. For us to put on Christ is something else. To put on Christ is what we put on in light that shines from within us. To put on Christ is to put on the truth, that belt of truth. I started to say what we need to do is perhaps work from the feet up and change the outfit. That this soldier, this walker, this spreader of the gospel for Christ, to do a different picture, a different image in our mind of how this one looks, of how this one will look, who is on this journey. And I put the picture on the front of the bulletin of the Holy Spirit bringing in those shoes. Isn't that a wonderful picture? Don't you wonder how long it takes me to find these It comes from the Isaiah passage, Isaiah 52, where how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news. Gospel peace. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the footwear of the pilgrim to God. I don't hear a lot of people concentrating on what the footwear is to be out there in the world, spreading that gospel of peace. And I started to look in my closet to see what shoes would work, what are the kinds of shoes we want to put on our feet that would be the ones that can carry us through the long haul, that can carry us through the time of the spreading of the good news of peace. And I have these hiking boots, really good, sturdy hiking boots. They're heavy. They're heavy. And I don't think I want to walk really long distances or needs. And I have these cute, really cute espadrilles. They're nice and they're cushy, and they're the most uncomfortable things I've ever had. I had them on this morning and I had to change. They were awful. And then I have these great little red shoes. Everybody knows I love red shoes. But they're kind of loose on my feet and they flop around. And then I have these lovely little black pumps. Everybody needs a pair of black pumps. And these black pumps have a lovely little flower on the front, and they would look very nice as I went to spread the good news, but my God, I'd be complaining of pain. These are nursing shoes. They're great nursing shoes, aren't they? They've got polka dots on them. Every patient should have a nurse that has polka dots on their shoes. They're very comfortable, and you can stand in them for a long, long time, but you can't walk very far. They're cloths, they don't have anything on the back. These are my Burkies. I love these Burkies. I've had these Burkies for years, but you know what? The leather's flopping off. So I have to get them fixed before I can wear them. Then I have these cute little gold shoes. These are so darling. They're great little dancing shoes. They have like a heart, a jeweled heart on the side. And they would just spread the nicest little message of love and peace. It would be very comfortable for very long. Then I have these great sneakers that I bought. Roger and Rachel were with me when I bought them. You know, they are terrific shoes, but God, they're impossible to get on my feet. And then, of course, they're my ruby slippers. They're replicas, but they're not magic. But they're beautiful, and they're also not very practical. So I have these other shoes here. The ones on my feet, these are the ones I traded out for this morning. When I had those espadrilles on. But these shoes. When I was in Guatemala, I was wearing my hiking boots, climbing down the hills, and I kept slipping in my hiking boots. And that's really terrible. How many of you try to climb down hills and you're slipping? And it's awful. It's just terrible. You really pull muscles and it hurts and it's scary and you think you're going to fall and break something. So I decided the next day to try these shoes. These are my holy walking shoes. And I could go down the hills and I didn't slip. I didn't get scared or anything in these shoes. And I could walk, and I could walk, and I could walk, and I could walk, and I could walk. And I didn't get tired in these shoes. So my holy, soft, well-used shoes are the shoes that are my gospel shoes, the shoes that are my well-used shoes for spreading the gospel of peace. I don't need shiny armor. I don't need this tough metal helmet. I don't need shin guards. I just need the right shoes to carry me along the journey. I had a lot of work trying to find the image that would be the image that would be who we need to be as those who put on Christ, as those who wear Christ in our lives, who aren't fully armored with armor plate, but who wear Jesus Christ as the message that we carry with us. And I kept looking for that image, and I hearkened to John Wesley, who, when he was 88 years old and was close to death, was unstoppable. He was still preaching. He actually got up out of his bed one day, the week after he preached his last sermon. And as they were bringing him his clothes to put on, he leaped out of bed and he began to sing. He began to sing that hymn, "I'll praise my Maker while I breathe, and when my voice is lost in death, praise shall employ my nobler powers, my days of praise shall ne'er be past. While life and thought are being last, and being last, or immortality endures. Happy is the man whose hopes rely on Israel's God, who made the sky and earth and seas with all their train. His truth forever stands secure. He saves the oppressed. He feeds the poor, and none shall find his promise vain." These were the last lines that he spoke in his last sermon, preached at the age of 88. He died as he hoped. He died worn out. He died having walked miles and miles and miles in his gospel shoes, having ridden that gospel horse for miles and miles and miles, and been in the company of people at 88 years of age still preaching. And the last thing he said was, "The best of all is God with us." This Ephesians passage tells us that we need to put on Christ as the armor that we wear, as those who spread the gospel good news. And finally, the last thing is we need to be worn out. Worn out with giving. Worn out with loving. Worn out with preaching that good news, with sharing that good news. The only image I could find of what we would look like if we had worn Christ, if we had put on Christ, if we do put on Christ and we wear ourselves out in Christ. This is the only image that I can give you. And I invite you to take this image and put it next to the other one on your refrigerator.